Good evening, City Council and Mayor Klopfenstein. My name is Dwight He. I'm a VietRise staff member, a nonprofit organization that's been based in Garden Grove in over 7 years. I'm also a District 1 Garden Grove resident, and I actually live on the same square mile block as GKN Aerospace. I have not been home since last Friday, as many of the other evacuees. Honestly, it's been staying with friends, living out of a backpack for a while, but it really hit home when my older sibling is here to visit, and I don't even have a place to stay with them, as many other families hope to go home. And while it's been amazing to see our community come together at this time, our people, our neighbors, our communities are the ones paying the price for this disaster. And the question that's been on my mind is, why did this happen, and what is next? Why is a company like GKN Aerospace been quietly existing in our neighborhoods, quietly in our backyards? Where were all the alarm bells over the last 10 years with their settlements of over millions of dollars for the violations that they have incurred? So now the mask is off. And GKN has shown that they prioritize profits over people. This is not a mistake. This is a deliberate result of an industry and company that treats our communities as disposable, and we continue to pay the price. We demand accountability from GKN Aerospace, and the city, our elected body, who are supposed to represent us, can make a real impact to change this long term. We demand that the city not approve any new permits or to allow the expansion of their facilities. We demand that they shut down the facility of GKN in our community, and we demand an immediate moratorium for any new and future military manufacturing facilities. They are not fit for our community. They are not fit for Garden Grove. They are not fit to be a part of this community. GKN out of Garden Grove.
Nora Morales.
Good evening, City Council. My name is Tim Phan. I am the Civic Engagement Manager for VietRise. On Friday, I helped evacuate my father. He lives a block away from the aerospace facility, and as with many older Vietnamese people, he is a refugee. And he did not receive clear evacuation instructions. He wasn't told how serious the situation was. So like many people, he did not have time to pack his medications or gather his essential belongings. And after I spent time with him, made sure he was okay, I went to the Garden Grove Center, and then I went to Freedom Hall. It was astounding to see that there were no Vietnamese-speaking volunteers or staff on deck. I myself volunteered, as some of you saw, to kind of assist Vietnamese people in learning what was going on. No one really knew. And it was very, very astounding to watch older people, people who were immobile or couldn't move, get turned away from lack of spaces. And many of these elderly people, especially the Vietnamese, are refugees from the Vietnam War. For them to again flee their homes into uncertainty, to have reawakened these buried memories, these traumatic memories, because this particular company, GKN Aerospace, is a manufacturer of the war machine that is supplying and supporting the F-35 fighter jet program used to oppress what is going on in Gaza. This City Council needs to address, why was this facility still permitted to operate despite a history of violations? What other companies still exist in Garden Grove that may similarly harm residents like they have? That's why we're calling on the City Council to do more, to take immediate and concrete action, to stop the expansion of their facility, to adopt an immediate moratorium on military and aerospace facilities or expansions to existing ones, and ultimately shut down GKN. The public needs timely information and a report of what is happening in the area and how its operations could impact residents like the ones we've seen this past week. We look forward to decisive leadership and accountability from our elected officials. Thank you very much.
Next speaker, Rami.
Good evening, City Council. My name is Tracy Law. I'm the Executive Director of VietRise. Our office is located here down the street in Garden Grove. We've been here for 7 years. As you heard before, VietRise has staff members and members who have been forced to evacuate or house their loved ones who had to evacuate. Before I begin, I also want to thank the council members that I happen to have seen the most on my feed. Council members Minuton, Aristegi, Nguyen, Tran. A speaker earlier today, hours ago, had so astutely shared that we need to address the root cause of this disaster. And I agree. The perpetrator of this disaster is GKN Aerospace. The root cause is this company deciding that its profits matter more than the public health and safety of all the residents that live around it. This company handles dangerous chemicals in the middle of working-class immigrant and refugee neighborhoods, while manufacturing components for the F-35 fighter jet program, one of the deadliest weapon systems in the world. These are the same jets that are factually, with evidence, being used by Israel in the genocide of Palestinians in Gaza. We're suffering here from GKN's carelessness so that the company can make money off the weapons that Israel uses to commit its destruction and genocide of Palestinians in Gaza. Residents, everyone that lives around it, I live a few miles away from the original evacuation zone. We deserve to know why a company tied to both environmental danger and global violence continues to operate in our neighborhoods and in our backyards. We have a clear blueprint for the city. We are members of organizations that want you to succeed in the aftermath of this disaster. We want to work with you to make this happen. So we're calling on the City of Garden Grove to reject GKN's expansion, enact a moratorium on any future military manufacturing, expansion in our community,
Speaker,
and
your time
permanently
is
shut
up.
down this facility.